not just a case. You're not just a client. You're a person, and you deserve support. You deserve simplicity. You deserve communication. When you hire an attorney, you deserve clear, risk-free advice that guides you to the best possible outcome in your injury case. And that's exactly what the advocates have been providing for over 30 years. After your accident, you deserve closure. You deserve compassion. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve an advocate.
This is The Monty Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find The Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hello, my friends. It is Wednesday, June 17th, 2026 on The Monty Show. As always, we are presented by The Advocates at theadvocates.com. The best injury attorneys in the business, 24/7, 365. I don't care where you're listening to the show. Hear my words when I say your insurance company is not going to fight for you. The person who rear-ended you, their insurance company is not going to pay you what you deserve. No. You need somebody who's not only fought the insurance industry, but won those fights with the insurance industry. That's The Advocates at theadvocates.com, where you get clear, risk-free advice because you never reach into your pocket to pay the advocates. No. You don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case, 24/7, 365 at theadvocates.com. Hello, happy Wednesday. The Brendan Sorsby situation, while resolved, is far from over. Jake, who is a scumbag, wanted to lead the show again with Brendan Sorsby and how stupid Texas Tech behaved. But I said, no. Listen, Texas Tech deserves what they've earned, which is now to be put back on top of the Big 12 standings. And it seems like that is offensive to certain people. These people, it's really interesting when we get into these discussions about what now Brendan Sorsby in the NFL draft. I do think that it is again, excuse my phraseology, but the scumbag millennials who want to surmise that there are no morals or ethics in the NFL. So people will draft Brendan, or excuse me, go Brandon. People, you ready? People will go Brandon in the supplemental draft. Are you still sticking by that prediction, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't put it past an NFL owner to make some dumbass decision to draft this kid. I wouldn't put it past him.
Some dumbass decision.
Yeah, I mean, how many times is an NFL owner gonna prove us right? How many times are we supposed to just be shocked by the behavior of old Whitehair trying to save young kid from Texas? Like, come on,
Texas. Here's some bad news for all the Texas Tech haters. Number one, I would tend to agree. I do not think anybody will draft Brandon. I don't think anybody's going to go Brandon in the draft. He will sign. My guess is he will sign. And as somebody who interviewed for a job at NFL Network and had to go through the application process, and do you know how many times you are asked and you have to disclose all of your gambling behavior to work, well, what used to be for the NFL and their media arm? Not play in the NFL, not scout in the NFL, not coach in the NFL, not cook dinner for somebody who does any of those things in the NFL, just to be a producer at the NFL Network. You have to answer 50 gazillion questions about your gambling habits, right? So I have a hard time believing any owner in the NFL is going to be like, yeah, let's spend a draft pick on this dude. And as apt as the supplemental draft is, and I don't know how many people, it's not like bros are sitting around on even Zoom calls. You guys understand that this is just like, hey, do you guys want to draft Brendan Sorsby? Send me an email confirming or denying. Like, it quite literally is just the message back and forth about who wants to draft him. NFL supplemental draft, which he has not been approved for, but I'm guessing he will be approved for. He's not been approved for it. They haven't scheduled it. There's no date for the supplemental draft. Like, it's the weirdest process. And then you have to convince an NFL owner that a dude who had a massive gambling addiction and is in treatment for said addiction should be worthy of a draft pick. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the revelation yesterday in the public that the supplemental is handled over email was incredible. People were shocked by that. People felt like that was like
that what it's they're saying it's handled over email now.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That it's that's how they communicate and that that's how the process plays out.
It used to be, and I could be wrong about this, but it used to be that they sent out a form and you logged into the league website and you just filled out a form. Like that was the supplemental draft.
Yeah.
Now I guess it's handled over email, which is better than
like
having it
times.
Well, it's better than having to throw the AOL disk into the computer and get on the interwebs. Fire up that mode. Thank you. Fire up the modem, Monty. Do you know that there are people watching this show right now who have no idea what those noises mean?
Yes, there are.
And that includes you.
Those damn Gen Zers that you.
No, it'd be the scumbag millennials such as and like.
No, millennials grew up with AOL. We know what it is. We're old enough.
Anyway, it's always the millennials' fault on this show. We'll get into Brandon, but I thought it was really interesting that people just assume that Texas Tech is dead. And I'm warning you now for everybody that is dancing on their grave. Will Hammond's a baller. Will Hammond is a baller. Will Hammond can play football. Will Hammond can stroke the pig.
Couldn't help yourself.
You got to get stroked.
Couldn't help yourself.
Honestly, I'd start stroking guys.
You just have to start stroking guys.
A lot.
I think I've hit it every time.
I've heard that about you. Will Hammond can throw the football. And I'm just telling you, you look at the roster, you look at the talent, you look at the numbers. This team is still the best team in the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that the difference is people don't want them to be the best team in the Big 12 now. That's the difference. I think, you've gone from being a hero to being a villain, and I think that BYU, you haven't really heard a peep out of BYU. You haven't. It's been a very quiet offseason. Like, it's just been very standard. They've stayed out of it. Tech has led the headlines.
Whoa. What was this Parker Kingston thing yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't get it because it's very hearsay, but apparently Parker, it came out yesterday on BYU Twitter, that Parker Kingston allegedly has spent the better part of the summer at BYU's IPF working out and staying in shape. And when people found that out, they were not exactly thrilled about that. And we hadn't had a Parker Kingston update in a while. No idea where that situation's at. But at some point, BYU either needs to welcome him back in publicly or say, nah, he's done. I mean, I just don't think you can continue to live in this, you can't be in the middle, if you will. And I think that ultimately, again, the last thing BYU needs is a scandal or some type of issue. So apparently he's been working out the IPF, but who knows?
Listen, we would need, and I'm sure he's not even probably out of his intensive demon HDiv thing. But we would need James to verify the veracity and quality of the IPF at BYU. And that hasn't happened yet. So I don't believe anybody, who isn't James when we talk about the IPFs.
Right.
But when you are Parker Kingston and you are accused of a pretty heinous crime, I don't see how on earth you were even allowed to step foot on God's favorite campus or BYU. I don't think he went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, our mother.
See, that's a reference to God's favorite team being Notre Dame, not BYU.
That's right.
But we all know that BYU is no longer a Christian-based team. So
right. Joey Smith.
That.
Right.
Yeah.
Joey Smith.
Right.
When it was a Christian university, according to Pete Hegseth. Anyway, the point is, listen, all of that to say, my point is Parker Kingston cannot be seen to be cavorting on the campus at BYU. You cannot, how do you make this mistake if you're Joey Smith's brethren? How do you make this mistake allowing Parker Kingston to literally put one toe in the city limits of Provo?
Yeah, I mean, bro should be on a high school football field, not at your facility. You know what I mean?
No, bro should be in it. What he's accused of, bro should be
accused, not found guilty yet, right? So if we're gonna do this with if we're gonna do this with everybody else in the country, we got to do it with Parker Kingston, right?
Yeah. The only problem is a judge a month ago, was it? Now we talked about it on the show. A judge that might have been one of the days you decided not to come to work, but a judge ordered him to stand trial on the essay of that girl.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just don't know how you allow that to happen, but you're right. I'm not saying that Parker Kingston should be I'm not saying he should be incarcerated but put a monitor on Buddy's ankle and just go ahead and sit on the couch and stuff, because football should be the least of your concerns.
Agreed.
So, but anyway, what do you make of the future of Texas Tech? Because I think a lot of people want to pronounce them dead, and I'm just here to break the bad news to you. And I saw On3 writing about how they can't be they won't be the same offense. I don't understand how Will Hammond is getting so little respect out of the college football world.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is the injury. I think part of it is that he's obviously a younger guy still, and he doesn't have, season after season under his belt. But I do think with the small sample size that we saw, I mean, he looked really good. And I even remember being criticized last season after the Utah game when I said, yeah, this cat can play. I mean, I know that he came in, when they were already up big and it was Utah's twos or whatever, but he looked really good, man. And I think that I guess the difference is I just don't have this dog in the fight in the sense of I just can't wait to see Tech fail, or I can't wait to see, Joey and them not live up to it. I'm sitting here at the conference saying dude, the conference needs you to come through. The Big 12 desperately needs Texas Tech to be in the CFP and actually win a ball game. And I guess we shouldn't skip over the fact to actually score some points, with all due respect. You need to have a better showing. At the same time, it would be extremely healthy for the Big 12 if BYU could get the job done. And unfortunately, that's going to mean beating Texas Tech. And the problem is that Tech doesn't have Utah or BYU on their schedule this year. So you're not going to see them until essentially the Big 12 championship game. So you get one crack at it this year. And I think that you have sung Buddy's praises, Bear Bachmeier's praises, and his development. That development needs to show up, and he needs to be that guy at the end of the year for them, so that the Big 12 can have two teams. That's just what it is. Yeah,
my feeling is that BYU's offense will be significantly more explosive this year than it was last year. I mean, you have, obviously, with LJ Martin coming back, he's the best running back in the conference. Got
to stay healthy.
But. Yeah, well, and he did last year. I mean, I'm not the guy that's going to say that 1 year makes a guy durable. And I should point out, I don't care. Again, maybe Joey Smith can be your running back. I don't care who's on the field. As long as Bear Bachmeier is healthy, BYU is going to win a lot of games. And the fact that he carried the ball, 200 times, LJ Martin last year, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Like, Buddy had a year. LJ had a year, and he's going to have another year. And Notre Dame's going to break his spirit and end his dreams, which is fine. I'm here for it. But every other week, he's going to dominate this league. And Bear Bachmeier is, I think, in all likelihood, the best dual threat quarterback in the country. And the only way that that is validated is if he can throw the football for 4,500 yards. That's what is required. That is what he will have to do. And I think people conveniently forget, and I'm of course not able to find LJ's numbers quickly. 236, 1,300 yards. 12 touchdowns. Right. And then Bear, don't call me Bachmeier Heisman guy. 3,033 passing yards, 15 touchdowns. If he throws for 1,000 more yards and 10 more touchdowns, good night. This team wins the Big 12. And because LJ Martin is absolutely capable of running for 15 touchdowns and 1,500 yards, which I think is the bar for an elite running back. But you look at this, obviously the question's going to be about what Kelly Papinga brings to this defense and what the personality of this defense will be without Jay Hill, who is now a Michigan man, for everything that entails.
Well, I think that Kelly's built himself a reputation. I mean, I think that I feel pretty confident saying that the BYU defense is going to be very physical. I think Kelly Papinga's defenses have always been beat your ass defenses and defenses that are more than happy to get after it. And I think that, the cool thing is that BYU's defensive, mentality has really stayed tried and true through a couple of different coordinators here. And I think that culture isn't going to change. All they need to do is continue to replicate their success on the field over the last several seasons, because the defense hasn't been a problem for BYU. And when you think about the Texas Tech matchups that they lost both times last year, the issue really wasn't that you couldn't stop Tech. It was more that you just couldn't score. And that was really the thing, because if you look at the fact that BYU's defense was just out there too much, like there's a certain point in every football game where if the offense isn't going to get it done, your defense is going to get overexposed and is going to be tired, and that will reap its benefits later in the game for the opposition. And that's where I say I think the biggest difference is just, again, I expect Bear Bachmeier to be able to run an offense this year. Like it's not like it would be nice to have, or like maybe he could. No, I expect that out of him after he's had this offseason. He's put the weight on. He's had time in the playbook. It really should be it really should be the difference between he doesn't know the playbook and is running for his life versus he knows the playbook, has put on weight, refined his mechanics, improved his mechanics, and he really should be able to go out there and lead the team. And I think that's, if you look at BYU and you compare them to Texas Tech, BYU has certainly had their struggles in the quarterback room. And Bear Bachmeier having a Heisman caliber football, season this year would, in my opinion, be a full circle moment for BYU after what happened with Retzloff. You look back, again, you were what, Jaron Hall, Zach Wilson, Retzloff, like you've had some guys come through that were really good, but it feels like this year could be like a kind of a, hey, maybe we do make it to the CFP this year. Maybe we are able to put together an undefeated season. Maybe we are able to get to that next level. So I certainly expect him to be able to come out and operate without a doubt.
Yeah, and I think just looking at some of the productions, BYU has absolutely the most returning starts on its roster in the conference. I think I look at some of the numbers and the precipitous climb in quality in their offense. And again, I think people forget Bear Bachmeier was the number 2 QBR quarterback in this league, will be the number 2 QBR in this league returning, only behind Devin Dampier at Utah, who you guys all tell me sucks, and I don't know shit about nothing.
You don't know ball, Monty.
Yeah, I don't know ball. I'll continue to tell you, Devin Dampier's the best quarterback in this league. Bear Bachmeier's the second best quarterback in this league. And I think that it's going to be very interesting to see what, how good is Oklahoma State going to be? How much more explosive will their offense be? Have they figured out you have to tackle to win games?
Yeah, I think we can agree that BYU, like, there's a higher level of confidence in BYU's offense and that offense having success versus Utah's offense being as successful. Like, I don't doubt that here, but I think with all the changes, there's no doubt that BYU as an offensive unit should definitely be in a better place. But I also agree that you've got, again, all jokes aside, with our favorite TCU fan. TCU, some people have them having a great season. Other people have them having an average ass season. And I think it really will come down to probably 10 to 12 plays. They'll probably lose some games they shouldn't. At the end, like it'll be that kind of year for TCU. And I would expect that Kansas State would actually show up this year. I saw, this was the other thing yesterday on Twitter. Everybody talking about Texas Tech and what they're going to be or not be. It instantly pivoted to, well, Kansas State and Avery, and it's going to be this perfect season. And we never had any of these issues, even though his dad and his brother were fighting on the streets in Dublin in week 1. Yeah, we didn't forget about that. Streets didn't forget about your family getting in fights overseas, dude. But ultimately, Kansas State has to, the league needs to have Tech, BYU, K-State, and ideally Utah. Those 4 being here when you don't have Iowa State, when you don't have Oklahoma State, when TCU is questionable. We need to see that this year. But as usual, what am I going to say? I'm just not confident that these programs can put it together quickly outside of BYU and Tech.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't quite figured out. I don't know what I think of Utah. I don't know who's the third best team in this league? It's Houston. Right? All of that to say BYU and if BYU can find reliable wide receivers down the field, this is going to be a fight for the league. Because if Bear Bachmeier, and this is a big if, and I totally agree. If Bear Bachmeier is the quarterback that I think he is, and if he is a guy that, and we'll see, but if he's a guy that I think he is, him and CJ Carr are going to battle all season long for the Heisman Trophy. Bear Bachmeier is that good. He has that kind of top end. And it's just a matter of who's the wide receiver. Is JoJo Phillips a guy you trust to be a number 1? Because I don't. His number 1 target cannot be LJ Martin. That's what scares me. But all of that to say, Texas Tech by far has the best roster in the league. There's no question about that. Their recruiting class is unbelievable. And Will Hammond can play quarterback. And I know everybody wants, everybody wants Will Hammond. I think there's a lot of people who want Will Hammond to fail. And I got news for you. Kid ain't failing because he's really good. He can play. So as much as I think Cody Campbell's an ethical and morally bankrupt human being, he bought a really good roster. And I'm not talking about softball. I mean, that football team's going to be very good. So, in the comment section, after you guys hit the like button, who's the best team in the Big 12? But the bigger question is, who's the second best team? And is anybody giving Houston the respect that I feel like they've earned? Because I know we're all talking about K-State. I know we're talking about Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Houston, yeah, it's an interesting proposition. Have they earned that respect? Obviously, anybody who's watched this conference knows the climb that Willie and the boys have been on. I think it's not a secret that they're getting better. They are clearly better, and they're moving the right direction. I think when you talk about, the respect that they've earned, if there's questions, then you haven't earned the respect yet, you know. And I think that this is that season for them where you know, I'd have to look at their schedule, but this is the season where you need to go out and you need to win. You know, you need to be at that top end. Like 9-10 wins would be incredible for Houston. And I
Well,
think,
they have you seen their schedule? They've got Tech, K-State, and Utah.
yeah. So, I
So
mean, the opportunity is there. This is what I always say, though.
Yeah.
Again, this is what I always say. I said this about USC. I always say this about Ohio State, Texas. Hell, I even said it about Petter SU with Matt Campbell and their schedule. Dude, like at some point, you have to make a decision with scheduling. So, like for Houston, I love that schedule for them. Yes, is it a difficult schedule? Sure, of course. Yes, obviously. But at the same time, you know, high risk, high reward, high difficulty, high reward. And that to me is the one where I say, okay, dude, if you have a high strength of schedule and let's say you're 8 wins on that schedule, 9 wins on that schedule, that's a big deal, man. Like and I think that you have to you just have to embrace that. You have and I know that they most likely are, but
Yeah.
you know, you have to be able to say, okay, well, we're like, in my opinion, this season Utah is going to be a lot better, but I think the offense, again, excluding Dampier because he's a hell of a quarterback, but just I think the offense will let them down in certain situations, and they will have trouble that they're just going to have to work through. And I do think that makes them beatable. They're not like this fortress that they were under Witt, in my opinion. Still a good team, but they are beatable. So Houston's definitely got a chance in that game, in my opinion.
Well, if Iowa State, UCF, and because I think Iowa State's the worst team in the league. UCF, Colorado will be down there. Cincinnati will be down there. I think Baylor is one of the bottom 5 teams in the league. But if I where do you put TCU? 9, 10, 11?
Middle of the table. Right. You want to talk about earning respect? You got to show us that you're actually good.
I think Oklahoma State's probably better than TCU. I think the line is Arizona State, because I think Arizona State's 5, 6, 7 in the league, depending on what you think of K-State, because I think K-State could be 3, 4 or 7, 8, 9. Like, it depends. But I am wondering, like, I look at Houston, some of the numbers on Houston, they're going to have to be significantly better up front on defense. And I still maintain that Texas Tech's going to beat BYU in the Big 12 championship again. I don't know how you pick any other way.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to see what BYU's offense is, man. I think the one thing that Tech never really saw last year was an offense that could really compete with them until they got to the CFP. And again,
Certainly.
I think that last season for Texas Tech was very straightforward. Hey, we're going to go in. Our defense is going to beat your ass consistently and get off the field. You're going to have 5 to 7 snaps per offensive possession most times, and then your defense is going to be right back on the field. So they were playing that advantage all year long, right? You had David Bailey, you had all your guys, like you had NFL players on that defense. Not that you don't this year, but I just feel like that was a really, really powerful defense. And I think the difference is that I would expect it to be a little more level with BYU. If BYU gets blown out again, now we're having a different conversation. Now I'm having a Kalani conversation. Now I'm having an A-Rod conversation about scheme and coaching and preparing your team, because your offense should be a lot better. Like you should be capable of competing with Tech. And that's why I say, like, for me, if you're doing like Big 12 power rankings or whatever, like Tech and BYU are 1A and 1B. You can make a case both ways that they're both the best team in the league. And I think that you have this secondary tier under those two teams that is super contentious, like super competitive, super, super close. You've got, obviously you've got Houston, who's sitting there trying to catch up with those guys. And then you've got that handful of teams
Right.
we were just talking about. You've got a bunch of unknowns, right? Like again, Baylor, dude. You bring in DJ Lagway, and that was supposed to be like your home run pickup, and we're supposed to believe that that's going to make you competitive. Like sorry,
Well,
seeing is believing, right? Like I'm going to have to see DJ Lagway in a Baylor uniform actually perform before I give you credit for that one.
he said, the problem is not the quarterback. It's the wolf, right? The problem is, again, and I continue to say this, Sonny Dykes is the problem at TCU. Dave Aranda is the problem at Baylor. Go across the league. Leitold, the issue at the issue at Kansas, right? I mean, these things are not hard to figure out.
Yeah.
For the 2 years, Joey was the problem at Texas Tech, and now he's not because he's gotten better, right? I just think it's not rocket science when we look across these leagues. The Big Ten, the SEC, it's usually the coach and then his quarterback. At Texas Tech, it was Joey McGuire and Baron Morton. And now that you have an upgrade in Will Hammond, because again, and the thing I love is all these people who are like, oh, Tech's done. Brendan Sorsby, what a loss. The exact same guy numbers-wise as Baron Morton was last year. Was it really a loss? Was it really a loss? Did Will Hammond show you enough last year to tell you he should be the starter this year? I don't even think it's a question. Now, if you could have gotten one of the best QBs in the portal, you didn't. But if you could have, okay, I totally get sitting him. ACL, all that, totally get it. But you're acting like Will Hammond is somehow, like a flag football quarterback from the Powder Puff League. Will Hammond put up real numbers in this league last year.
We keeping a buck right now, we ass.
As a sort of not really starter. Because remember, he was never the full-time starter last year. Never played full starter reps.
Not his team.
Did not prepare as the number one. Not his team. Exactly right. It was Barron's team all year long. And so I'm just going to continue to tell you, they don't beat Utah without Will Hammond. Let's not forget that. They don't beat Utah without Will Hammond. Because how was Baron Morton in that game before he got hurt?
Yeah, not good. Not moving the ball down the field, taking big shots. You guys remember, right?
He was ass.
Punishment in that game.
It was a big game on the road. Baron Morton was never going to perform.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get your thoughts. Who do you guys think wins the Big 12? Who do you think wins the Big 12? Let's see. Hello, welcome to the nightmare. Hello. Big Daddy Dallas. Good morning from Buckeye Country.
Ohio State.
Thank you. Morning, guys. Hello. Hello, Jeremy. Morning. The Frog Father's in this morning. Good morning, Monty and Jakey Mahomes. Yeah.
Here we
this
go.
Fucking guy. Last night he's like, oh, Messi, bro. It's just, Messi. Messi. Messi.
Catch me outside. How about that?
You asked me to get into soccer, so I did.
I never asked you to get into
It's
football.
not my fault that I chose the greatest player of all time to get behind.
No, the problem is he's at Burrowhead Stadium. So you're like, oh, Trav.
Oh, Trav, did you see Messi? Oh, Trav. Oh, Travis, Travinator. Oh, yeah, what a cock on that guy.
Don't talk to him. He's texting me about Messi last night. I'm watching my dog burn a deuce on the sidewalk. Oh, Messi. What do you know? What do you know? So I take my dog. I live in a condo tower. Take my dog for a walk. Burns a huge deuce on the street. Okay, cool. Dog did his thing. If I could deuce in the middle of the street, who wouldn't? Who says no to that? Not me. Anyway, so we get back to the building. I open up the security vault that is my front door.
The security vault.
We walk into the lobby. Little buddy behind the desk is like, "Hey, Monty." I'm like, "Hey, little buddy."
Hey,
And
Monty.
I keep walking to the elevators, and the dog is stopped in the middle of the lobby. Do you know why he stopped? Because he was taking a deuce.
No.
Right in the middle of the lobby.
Bro.
How much you got in that little body? He's 15 pounds. How much can you fit in there? That's what she said. Right? Like, wild to me. It's wild to me. Because, again, I don't deny that if I legally could do these things in the middle of the lobby or in the middle of the street, I probably would. We all have urges. Ask Brendan Sorsby. But the point is, so that was part of my day. Oh, look, the resident Oklahoma State fans here.
Hey, dude, we have a video submission not from James to play today. Isn't that incredible?
We also have a Big Daddy Magic meltdown.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that at some point. Mike Smith. Ho ho. You guys are going to be bottom 5 teams again. How long do you give Rich Rod to turn West Virginia around?
Bro, it's been 1 year.
Well, how long do you give them? They're not talented. You give them 5 years?
5 years, dude. Yeah, you got to give them 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oof.
You got to Neil Brown that ass. You know?
You got to
way
Neil.
longer than you need to.
Do you really have to bring that guy's name up?
Well.
I think West Virginia's going to be better. I think they'll be in that TCU, like who's a borderline shitty team? Kansas. They'll be like TCU, West Virginia, Kansas. They'll be better than Baylor. They'll be better than Cincinnati. Colorado's going to be bad. They'll be better than those teams, I think. Marnin. Was that Morris code, Monty? If you needed it to be, certainly. You know, what was the point for Cody Campbell to go to court for Brandon Sorsby? Well, I don't think Cody ever went to court. I could be wrong. I never saw him in the courtroom. You know, and win only for Brandon to go pro in the NFL supplemental draft. Well,
you're assuming he gets drafted.
I think it was, yes, a surprise to Texas Tech that he won. I do not believe for a second that Let's Go Brandon was like, oh, well, I'm just going to go do this on my own. I wonder if Jeffrey Kessler would represent me. I don't think it works that way. You don't get the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the state of Texas to be your second chair.
Pay that man his money.
Without some rails being greased, which is not a euphemism.
Agreed. But again, not accusing anybody of anything, just agreed.
Just saying.
Just saying.
So was it surprising he won? Yes. Was it out of left field? No. Did Texas Tech, do we really believe Texas Tech had no idea what Let's Go Brandon was doing? And I love that Tech fan is like, it's offensive to say Let's Go Brandon. No, it's not.
That's why you guys have been saying it for years, just not about your own school. Grow up.
Is the heel turn that Texas Tech fan has done into complete asshole at all surprising to any? You've outdone Utah fan on Twitter now.
100%.
Which is, wow, is that an accomplishment?
Agreed.
Outdoing Utah fan is, wow. You're not as bad as the Pac-12's not going anywhere. You're all stupid guy. You're not that bad. But I'm going to say, oh, pew, pew, motherfucker, pew, pew.
Yeah, tortillas.
Oh, they took our tortillas away. Well, yeah. You know, you guys outdid yourselves. You outdid yourself. hit that there like button, boy. R Vegas, Monty, why so dark? Funny you bring that up. I actually had on a mint colored quarter zip, and Jake shows up wearing whatever this disaster is.
It's not how hard it is. It's a beautiful shirt, dude.
Do you know how hard it is to point in the right direction? Whatever this color here is, I believe that's called ass glow.
You take you a douche. You don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on.
Dude, I'm on 4 hours of sleep on back-to-back nights, so it's just going to be what it is. But the point is, I could not wear. It was this color. My shirt was this color. I could not wear that sitting next to ass glow guy.
Glow guy.
Tech can use its us against the world mentality. But since they won the conference last year and this off-season stuff, they will have teams coming for them. They're the best team in the league. It is not, and I hate to say it so flippantly, it's not close. Their roster is so deep. And it bends to the left. Like, trust me, they're so talented. Their recruiting class is very good. They will probably only play 10 true freshmen, if that. That's how deep their roster is. So, BYU is now the best team in the Big 12.
Okay, dude.
Preston Stone for Heisman.
Football season, and you're already blacklisting teams. Like, how do you do this, man? How do you do this every day? How?
This is the same guy who said Oak State has the best wide receiver room in the country. Ollie Gordon was going to win the Heisman Trophy, the Doak Walker, and the Outland Trophy in the same year, which has never been done before. And that Preston Stone is God's gift to left benders.
Hiscock.
To which I say none of that happened. I may have exaggerated James's opinion on some of those things. But he also said Mike Gundy's the greatest coach who's ever lived. James, I got bad news for you. All of those takes are better than BYU is now the best team in the Big 12. What I'm telling you is you cannot be the best team in the Big 12 without a proven wide receiver on your roster.
What would I do without you?
I don't know ball. And I'm out on a limb there, I know. Anyway.
You're blacklisting a team in June, dude. Camp hasn't even started yet. It's it's incredible, bro. Yeah, BYU James, bro. And really, you guys should be calling him Utah James.
No, his name is Provo James.
Provo James. Sorry, dude.
Where's the pizza review? Still haven't seen a pizza review.
Yeah, still waiting.
All talk. All talk. There are steers and there are bulls. Save the bulls. James is here. Yes, he is. Charting at Provo. Go to test out a slice of pizza. James will be like, oh, best pizza in Utah? Mod pizza, bro. Mod pizza.
I swear to God, if you roll out with mod pizza.
How awesome would it be if James was like, all right, Bo Nix is playing well, and so it's inspired me. The way that Bo Nix's leg looks, it's inspired me to do a pizza review of the best pizza I've ever had, and it's mod pizza. Bro. Gabriel, morning, Monty. Morning, Gabriel. Morning, Mr. Two Boxes.
Suh, dude.
So, dude, hope you guys are having a good day so far. We are, except I got 4 hours of sleep last night.
And why is that?
My wife's butthole is on the exit plan.
No. God, is she on the cherry plan, dude?
I don't know what's been going. So, no. This is one of those situations where we both ate something. Because I got to tell you, the story about the dog in the lobby, that was actually me. Not true. But I had one of those moments yesterday where you're just sitting there and you're like, that feels interesting. Oh, yeah, that's downward pressure for sure. Let me go ahead and, so, you walk over there, you undo the belt and you're like, ooh, oh man, this is a Notre Dame kind of explosion. You sit down and it happens and you're like, oh man, yes. And you stand up and it's almost as though you've discovered the eighth wonder of the world in the bowl. And it wasn't Cherryville, was not a cherry bomb. It was a redwood, and you ask yourself, where did that come from?
Can you measure it?
But it's been like that pressure and cramping. And so I haven't had the issues. I haven't had the cherry bomb issues Mrs. Monty's experiencing, but she's doing like the whole burping thing, like the whole.
Ugh, that's the worst, dude.
And you feel terrible. She's had a month here where she was under the weather. She was constantly coughing. Now she's like, and the worst part is, you take the Imodium, doesn't work, which tells you it's probably an intestinal bug because Imodium will not fix a stomach flu. And so it's just been
awful.
And so she gets up. She doesn't come to bed. So immediately I'm not sleeping well. She was sleeping on the couch because she felt bad that she was constantly getting up and down. And so she was sleeping on the couch. We have the world's most uncomfortable couch. It sucks.
Should have just got the cot out, dude.
Could have done that. The rollaway absolutely could have done that. But so I'm not, you know how it is when your wife's out of town or you're sleeping alone in a California king bed. Yeah, you don't sleep well. And then she came to bed around like 2:30. And of course she brought the dog with her, So it just was a bad night of sleep. So
tough, bro. That's tough.
Yeah. Last night I got 4.5 hours of sleep. This past night, 2 nights ago, I got 4.5 hours. Last night, 4.5 hours. Do you guys use sleep score on your Apple devices?
Yeah, the sleep score was ass. That's what it was.
The sleep score.
Let me guess, you were in the 40s.
Oh, yesterday I was at 38. My sleep score 2 nights ago was at 38. Oh, at 59.
Hey, what's higher, TCU's offensive rating or Monty's sleep score?
You're supposed to get an hour and a half of REM sleep. I got 59 minutes. Ugh, terrible night of sleep. And was awake from 2:30 pretty much to 3:50.
Awful.
Yeah, brutal. I thought God's favorite campus was TCU.
Well, that's the problem, dude. We've been trying to educate you and tell you that it's not. Like, it never has been. It never was.
Here we go.
Great White Hope Max Duggan was taking you to the CFP. You weren't God's favorite. Here we go. Team.
Oh, I love all the.
Oh, Mommy, let me show you. Let's talk about the wood on campus at TCU. Oh, I love all the trees. Oh, yeah, look at the stump on that guy.
James wants you to know he loves all the trees on University Boulevard.
Okay, can we take a quick sidebar and play Moore's Pizza video while James is here? Because I want I want James to see what a quality pizza review video allegedly looks like. And again, I haven't watched this in full, so Maury, you're getting the benefit of the doubt here. But if memory serves, this is not at his house. He was out and about in this video. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Oh, you want me to play? Do I have access to it?
Yeah, you're the video guy on the show.
Oh, I thought you were playing. Okay, here we go. Here is how you do a proper. God damn it. God, I hate StreamYard sometimes. One day when I don't do this show, I'm never logging in the StreamYard again.
So pizza reviews apparently are a thing. So we're going to review this place. The great thing about this pizza is that
Wait, I love how he doesn't tell you what place it is.
Yeah, bro, if you're gonna say we're gonna review this place, the sign has to be fully in the frame, dude. Like, you gotta make sure you get that in there.
Just never told you. And I've seen the video, so eventually, but.
So pizza reviews apparently are a thing. So we're going to review this place. The great thing about this pizza is that from ordering to pickup, it's super fast. I ordered it, picked it up. It only took about a minute to do. So it was amazing on how quick that ordering system is. Now, let's go ahead and try this pizza because I'm sure that it's going to be epic and it's going to be delicious. Let's try it. So cheesy. So cheesy. It's the right spot. Love the crust. The crust taste is amazing on there for this. And yeah, love it. We'll see what my daughter has to say.
Cheesy, and it's really hot, and it's really good.
So what ranking would you give this pizza?
5 stars.
5 stars? You think it's a 5-star pizza? For the price that you get for a Sam's Club pizza, it's actually very good. I would give it, for the price, 5 stars. If I'm comparing it with other bigger pizza that cost a lot more, probably not going to be as high. But for the value, it's great.
It's a quality pizza.
Guys. It's a 5-star pizza if we're comparing it to other ass pizza. But if we compare it to good pizza, it's only a 1-star pizza. So what are we comparing it to?
Do you know how much I would love right now to eat a slice of that pizza? I would throw up everywhere. But
you know what the problem is with Costco pizza, and this was Sam's Club, but Costco pizza looks very similar. Is it's just so greasy. That's the only problem. Like it is so incredibly greasy.
The last time I had it has been a long time since I had Costco pizza.
And we used to have it all the time during the football season back in the day.
I just remember the last time I got totally turned off by it because my wife had to use a paper towel to get the grease off of it. And that's when I was like, nah, brah, I'm good.
Brah.
Poverty pizza. Well, I won't disagree, but I tried it before and it tastes pretty good. It does. Bruh. But it is extremely greasy.
Yes.
And that was a total turnoff. That was absolutely a total turnoff. Marcus would like to know, does James just never show up back in the chat after that? He just got outclassed by a pizza review at Sam's Club.
Listen, dude, I wasn't trying to say that. I thought that would just show up here at some point. So, you know.
Sam's Club pizza, good when you're in a quick rush. Nothing special about it, but it's tasty for the kids, dude.
Well, but I think part of the greatness of this video is that it is Sam's Club and that Maury was able to make a quality piece of content while running his Sunday errands or whatever.
Yeah.
That to me is the best part about it.
Yeah. And I give him a lot of credit because there was no pepperoni on that pizza. And you guys know that I am wholeheartedly, passionately anti-pepperoni.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Not this guy though.
Oh, pepperoni pizza is. Oh, I love it. But the Italian sausage, Pagliacci's Italian sausage in Seattle, gas. So it causes gas. It's really good. It is really, really good. So I'm here for it. Oh, a chicken bake would be excellent. I want warm food. I don't know what it is. We made filet steak salads over the weekend, and I air fried some fillets, just salt and pepper, air fry them. Oh, dude, they were so good. Warm food sounds so good right now. Local pizza spaghetti house chain in my area, Gino's. Really greasy, but damn, it's good. Did you guys hear that Pizza Hut pretty much has been sold now for billions to a private equity firm?
So bad, dude. They you know what the problem is? They split the sale too. So one was a private equity firm, and then the other one was a Chinese-based company that wanted a piece. So the Pizza Hut revival is dead.
Yeah. Yeah,
But anyway,
there he is. Look, there's Maury. Sam's Club cheese pizza is not super greasy. The pepperoni, very greasy.
Listen,
is not greasy.
I'm here for an unspoken pizza review competition, or really, I'll open it up to food. Like, if you want to walk into Costco and do a chicken bake review, you knock yourself out, bro.
You want to go to Buc-ee's and
yeah, you want to go into Buc-ee's, or you want to, whatever it is. The food almost doesn't even matter. It's the quality of the video. So Maury's giving you guys a great benchmark to go and get after, because I felt like that was a pretty solid review.
I just don't understand why James won't give us pizza reviews. I'd like to understand it. I don't understand it. But
are we in a place where we want to give James his fair opportunity or not?
I do, always. But, it's fine. It is what it is. The Chad Carter, Ohio chain Donato's and Dewey's, fantastic. Okay. If I'm ever in Ohio, O-H-I, no. We're going to try pizza at this place. Okay.
Do it,
we
bro.
We want video. Rock and rant. Did you see that Cody Campbell kept on talking yesterday? Yeah. Didn't he talk about how he essentially made it sound like he made the decision to add Let's Go Brandon to the NFL?
Yeah, he basically, I was gonna get it, but it was nothing new to it. So I mean, he just said the same stuff he had been saying, which was, hey, like, we were put in a certain position, and we did a background check, and we didn't know anything, and he was very clear that Brendan, don't call me Brandon, was on his own as far as suing the NCAA, and that Tech had nothing to do with it. He literally said that. But I don't know, man. I think that he can't stop talking. And if he keeps talking, it's only going to get worse for him. And I hope that he learns that lesson.
But why now is he ripping the media? Because yesterday he also said that it's the media's fault. We're a bunch of hypocrites. And that everybody in college sports is a hypocrite. You're the one saying the system's broken, and then when the system worked, you tried to break it. Funny how that works. I mean, I agree with you. We should have gotten it. I was going to send it to you last night, but I was like,
okay, let me ask this question. Are you guys burned out on the Sorsby thing? Because we could do,
yes. I don't want to fucking hear from Cody Campbell again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so sick and tired.
I mean, we could have done
what about
hours on it.
We really could have. And
honestly,
it's funny you say that. While you were stroking guys to Lionel Messi last night.
Stroked. Honestly, that's our stroking guys.
I'm listening to the Cody Campbell interview.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally, I said, dude, just shut up.
I sifted through all that.
Like, it's the media's, like the bite about it being the media's fault and how college football. I think he said
everybody else's fault, dude.
I think he said that college football is hypocritical or something like that. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, just own the fact you made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. You picked the wrong horse, dude. Like you, whatever. It's fine. You want great pizza, bake it on the smoker, Papa Murphy's.
Literally have my Traeger about 5 feet to the left out the window.
Yeah, Papa Murphy's pizza on the smoker.
Now, undefeated. Literally undefeated.
All this pizza talk makes me miss the Papa Murphy's pizza sponsorship on the show. Yeah. We never got free pizza out of them, so I don't miss it that much. Yeah, Papa Murphy's pizza is so good. Oh, bro. Pizza Hut is dead as far as I'm concerned. I miss the old salad bar, pizza bar thing that they used to have. BDM's hat at Popeyes reminded me of the viral Downsy dude who smashed the beer bottle together poolside. He sent me another video. I think all this dude does is eat fast food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced of that. Because he sent me a video yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. He sent me a video yesterday. Yeah, this one right here.
I'm at Taco Bell.
He's at Taco Bell.
Making the right choices. Taco Bell for breakfast. Hulk Hogan. Legends Never Die t-shirt. You want me to have a meltdown because Victor did it done in his first of many trips to the finals.
Who are you, LeBron James?
The Knicks had to win. It was best for business. Danhausen got to win. I'm going to have two new sexy Danhausen shirts. Lord have mercy. You get rid of your skid mark, Stuart Henderson. You picked OBI, but you picked OG. I'm very proud of you.
Wow, thank you.
I'm going to go buy a car.
And you have a great day. Hasta la vista, baby.
I do what I can for you guys. He eats at Taco Bell, which is wild to me.
You could have been BDM's toilet, but instead you're a human.
Oh. Sausage equals squished together all the meat that no one wants, and it's good. It's really good. Pizza Hut should have just reverted to pizza buffet again. Dude, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Us old folks remember, hey, who you calling old? Us old folks remember when you went to Pizza Hut. They bought pizza to your table and you used to drink out of the red plastic Coca-Cola cups.
Yes.
They brought the pizza to your table and put a piece on each plate with cheese stretching everywhere. Used to be good, but went so terribly wrong.
That was back in the day when gas was like $1 a gallon, dude. Don't remind me.
Man. The art of the deal. Ever since they removed the triple box pizza set, yes. That was my final nail in the coffin. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. How poorly that line aged.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I just have like a stomach thing or I am so hungry right now. Like just out of nowhere. I got on the scale this morning. I'll also say offloading the Browns at the Super Bowl yesterday. I lost 2.5 pounds yesterday.
Damn, dog.
It was prodigious. James, go watch Dave Portnoy of Barstool who reviews pizzas. Really?
Yeah, dude, send him in. Send him in. Like, let's see who can put together a good review.
Jeremiah Champion, my random flag video have more substance to them. You know. Math teacher Maury, food review competition on Monday, Tuesday. We're off on Monday, by the way. Cody just STFU already. Seriously. Has anyone done a wellness check on BDM? I have. I did. Yeah. I'm absolutely burned out. Screw the situation. Seriously.
It is tired. There's no question about it.
The interviews are not forcing you to talk about all that BS. He's doing the fake media excuse now. Yes, he is.
He's trying to control the post-chaos narrative, and that's what I despise about it. I'm telling you, the guy has been and will always be a wannabe politician. Whether he's ever in elected office or not, I don't know, but that's what he's doing.
Just disappear. Screw Cody, screw Brandon, and Texas Tech needs to stay quiet. They do. No, you don't, Ryan. You know who's going to win the U.S. Open? The 11th green.
Yeah.
Honestly, Did you see all the dudes out there yesterday trying to just hit 50-yard chips onto the 11th green? The best players in the world. Not one of them kept the ball on the green from 50 yards. I think it was Scotty. I can't remember all the dudes that were doing it.
Yeah, the winner of that's going to be 1 under, 2 under, which I love. I think it's awesome.
But should the golf course be that difficult?
Well, I think when it's a U.S. Open, yeah, I think that you're what you're doing. Again, 2 minutes on golf. I maintain.
What are you guys talking about golf for,
dude? It's the U.S. Open. It's not supposed to be easy. Part of the test of the U.S. Open is keeping your mentals.
Yes,
and
I would agree with that.
And everyone just wants to focus on the course and how hard the course is, and make it easier, make it harder, do this, do that.
Make it harder.
Listen, bro, if you're going to have the equipment advantage that these guys have, I maintain if you want to win majors, the course needs to be more difficult. You need to level the playing field. And that's exactly what they've done. So if Scotty Scheffler wants to come out here and swing his driver way to the left and come across the ball so he slices it, he's not going to have a chance this week. And I love Scotty, but he needs to get his stuff together. And I think that you're going to get this course set up, in my opinion, favors the guy who you guys don't know, who's on tour, that you've never heard of, that
it really does
golf flight and get it done. And it's the Gary Woodlands of the world. It's the guys who
Bryson. Arguably the best short game player in the world.
Yeah,
Bryson DeChambeau. Him or Rahm. Those are probably the two best short game players in the world.
Maybe. I mean, the problem for Bryson is he just hasn't been good off the tee. So, it's
but did you see the video of him hitting this new TaylorMade driver that they custom made for him?
Yeah, I did.
TaylorMade, who also I would like to thank TaylorMade. Look what they sent me. A box of
is this a new ball now?
Yes. TaylorMade sent me a box, I guess last week. Of the TP5X, this limited edition. It's a special ball. Now, obviously, because I'm trying to pass a real estate exam, I haven't swung a golf club in 10 days or a week now.
Yeah.
But I am really fired up to play that ball. TaylorMade's innovating. And TaylorMade created drivers for Bryson DeChambeau, who lost his club manufacturer deal. There were some weird things around that, but they created a driver with this rounded face on it. That's 7 degrees. And he is hitting the tightest, perfect draw with his driver in the first 3 days at Shinnecock. Now, if you also follow Bryson the way I do, he put up a bunch of videos about the rough. You miss the fairway at Shinnecock, you're screwed. And that 11th green is going to wreck people's rounds.
That's what I'm saying. You're the winner of this tournament. You're not playing par golf here. The winner of this tournament has multiple bogeys on the card every day and is trying. This is a course where you're trying not to make double and triple. That's for a PGA Tour player on this level. You're trying not to make double. That's what this course is.
Got her up. Russell Henley's not a fluke. Russell Henley is not a fluke. I like a guy like a JT Poston. You have to think about who are the best putters in golf. That guy has a chance to win this tournament. Because the greens, this course is so difficult that they water the greens during the round. Because the greens are so tough and so difficult, they can't lose them. Which means they can't lose control of the speed. It's going to be incredible. Rock and rant. For the record, I blame all of you because I have to go to Costco today, so now pizza is inevitable. Have one for me, dude.
Everybody needs to get a life, bro.
Have one for me.
Come on, man.
Have one for me, dude. Man. Yeah. I'm going to Shinnecock on Friday. Are you really?
Nice. Dude.
Nice. Big blue horses. I'll take the field against that D-bag Rory McIlroy. Yeah, Rory's losing me a little bit with some of the things he's saying. Like
what?
That he's going to continue to play fewer and fewer tournaments. and that the old PGA Tour had the model right, which I don't disagree with. And I do think Live Golf destroyed the financial model of golf. But Rory
Rory has a panache / arrogance about him that does wear people out. What I'm waiting for is when is Scotty needs to crap or get off the pot, dude. You either need to get back to winning tournaments and being that guy, or a new number one's going to step in. And I don't know, like I'm very curious to see what we get out of him this week.
Yeah, I think we'll see something interesting happen. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this whole thing plays out.
Yeah.
And how bad this course gets. I'm such a casual at golf. Only experience I have is raging at mini golf after shooting plus 35. You know, I don't rage at golf.
That's what fucking ticks me the fuck off.
Wyndham Clark. The problem with Wyndham is he loses his emotions. You know, Nick D came the closest I've ever been to a hole-in-one on Monday. 150-yard par 3, landed it within 5 feet from the hole. Got to the green to see the ball path, and it had brushed the cup. Ended up 8 feet behind it. I've had a couple of near misses this year. And it'll probably never happen. It's a special ball, Monty says. That's exactly right. Steve Stepanek, hello. Salina, Kansas, excuse me, has Blue Sky Brewery. Great pizza. I like it. You know. The best thing about golf is that they have stations on the course where you can wash your balls. See what he did there? You know, it's hypocritical when you get in trouble.
I don't know what that means, dude.
Nick D, the person who wins this Open will be one who putts well and leads the field in scrambling. No question about it. That's why you hope a guy like Scotty has a chance. So, you know, I don't know that his approach shots have not been good. He's got to get that back. And we'll see if he's able to do that. But I don't have a guess as to who I think will win this tournament.
Yeah, I don't think it will be I'm not confident it'll be a big name. I think that this is a week where obscure golfer guy is going to come through. I really do believe that. I think that you know, the fairways are hard, they are skinny, and if you hit them, you will be rewarded, and if you miss them, you will be penalized dearly.
There's actually quite a bit of room off the tee. There's quite a bit of room off the tee.
I don't know. I saw a bunch of people complaining about that. Like, one of the big complaints was that they've shaped the fairways in a way where, like, yeah, there are portions that are wide, but like if you hit driver and the ball is running out, it like you will go past the wide portion and you will still wind up in the rough if it keeps going. And like, it's little stuff like that they do there. So I don't know, man. I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about this than I had been the last couple of weeks. I've kind of been tuned out of the last couple of tournaments just because they've been kind of run-of-the-mill events. But I'm hoping that I would love nothing more than to see a leaderboard on Sunday Shinnecock that's like, you know, 2 under is leading the way, and you've got a bunch of guys that are one shot away. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I want 5-6 guys in contention, and that's what I want. I don't want 10 dudes hanging around par, and we'll see what happens. Now, I also don't want it to be 20 under. I don't want that, but you know, why are we arguing over IHOP? IHOP is good if you like waffles and over the top pancakes. Otherwise, it's not as good as it used to be. Really cut the menu down a lot. Have we eaten at IHOP recently, Jake?
No, it has been
I don't think we
decade or more. Honestly.
What's the place in Vegas we always go to, the breakfast place?
The Broken Yoke.
Yeah, that's right. The Broken Yoke off the strip in Vegas. But I'm telling you, Lowell's, I'm into this. I love me some crispy hash browns for breakfast. Just give me 3 scrambled eggs, crispy hash browns, and sourdough toast. Done.
Yep.
That's all I need. That's it. Yeah, Waffle House is better than IHOP. No. Denny's is ass, dude.
Oh, Monty, I want a grand slam. Come on.
What would it take for me to go to a Denny's? It'd have to be the only thing. Like there would have to be the Mud Butt Saloon or Denny's. And I still might not take Denny's.
Denny's ain't that bad.
Denny's ain't that good. Ugh. Yeah, location definitely matters. I agree with that. No doubt. Location matters a lot. IHOP killed it on that April Fool's Day trick. People were really pissed about changing. Yes. I remember that. Look, it's hard to screw up pancakes. Can we just get on the record about that? It's, for the record here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't even have my MDiv, but I can say that. It's hard to screw up pancakes. It's really difficult. Pancakes or French toast. I'm much more of a French toast guy.
Nah, bro.
Denny's late night eating after being at the bar. That's what Waffle House is. That's the only time that Waffle House
is the only one, and none of you know what Shore House is, but
yeah, the old Shore House
was goated.
Yeah, me and Mrs. Monty had some late nights at Shore House in Belmont Shore for sure. Nick D. I've seen clips of Rory hitting iron off the tee to keep it in the fairway. Could see a lot of 3-wood and irons off the tee this week. I think you will.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the play is just get in the fairway off the tee. That's step one. Just be in the fairway. You don't have to be, you're going to see a lot of 270 to 290 play off the tee this week, in my opinion, just to keep it in play. And then I think what you're going to see,
I would agree with that.
Based off the greens and kind of what Monty was saying about like how the greens are really difficult. I think you're going to see a lot of guys, play it super safe off the tee and then take their risk going into the green. Hey, if I'm going to take risk, I want to take that risk just trying to get onto the green. And if it rolls off, it rolls off. But at least I will be in the vicinity of the green in 2, as opposed to hitting it in the rough, then getting back in the fairway, then getting on the green and rolling into the rough, then still getting on the, like, you have to be really smart about risk aversion. And that's my thing with pro golfers. My big opinion on golf is, as amateurs, we have so many extra shots in our round because we're just not as good as those guys. So we're always playing from the rough. We're always in tougher situations. But these guys get into such a almost rhythmic state when they're playing these wide open courses because there's not a lot of risk. So that's why I like the US Open or some of these tougher tests, because I want to see what it looks like when Scotty loses his composure, or when Bryson, has this great new driver, but then on Thursday, he can't figure it out. Like, I want to see what these guys do when they're faced with these really difficult situations.
Yeah.
It humanizes them. I want to see what you look like when you're pissed off on the green after taking 6 shots to get to the green on a hole that's only 400 yards long. Like, that's what I want to see, dude. And I think that that's what the US Open does. Now, I'm with you. I don't want to see that every week. Like, I appreciate 25 under. I do. Like, I have an appreciation for that as someone who golfs. But that's why I like the US Open once a year, because I feel like it gives that to us.
Is it true that you have to get your grips fit to your clubs so that they work better? No,
that's not true. It is true that the grip size or the thickness of the grip definitely can impact your swing and impact the way it feels, and
which is different than the thickness of your shaft.
Right. That shaft thickness and flexibility is definitely different, and than handle thickness. That's a different thing, but
Hiscock.
Hole in the walls is crazy unless that's actually a restaurant name. A hole in the wall restaurant is not good for you, but it's good. The easiest thing to screw up: pancakes and eggs.
Simplest things you could make, easiest to screw up.
If you're a breakfast restaurant, it's hard to screw up pancakes. If you have a flat top, it's really difficult to screw up pancakes and even more difficult to screw up eggs. Nick D, I agree with Jake 100%. It's going to be a conservative tee shot and aggressive with approaches. And you're going to get punished for that. Gabriel, who's been a member for 16 months.
Nice, dude.
Also, afternoon shows should come back. Okay. Jake is a coward. Jake is a coward. Do you want to know which of them were cowards? No, I know it's Jake. Jakey two box.
Okay, fuck you. How's that?
Oak State James for $5. Let's talk Big 12. My top 5.
No.
You legit are all in on BYU. You really think BYU's the best team? I think you're trolling. Because there is no logic.
The bigger claim is TCU's the 4th best team. You're really being dead ass serious right now with TCU's the 4th best team in the league. Come on, bro. Come on.
Paul didn't go in the hoop.
Come on.
Not the best. I see what happening. No, the answer is no. No. See, I appreciate the $5. But if TCU, and I just want to ask this.
FTR.
I know I don't know ball. But if TCU beats BYU and Utah at home, is it an upset? That doesn't feel like an upset if the number 4 team beats the number 3 team at home. I'm going to say it's not an upset. It's not going to happen because TCU is not the 4th best team in the league or 5th best team in the league. That's, we know James is now a BYU fan glazer. BYU James.
Who is he not glazed, dude?
It just tells me you have not done anything.
Yeah, I'm going to need a BYU James burner now. I need someone to do that.
Remember last year, TCU went to Houston and won at their place? Who cares?
No. See, here's the deal, dude. Nobody remembers that because BYU got bounced by Tech twice.
This, again, are you trolling or are you serious with this? Just be honest.
With respect.
Because I feel like this is just trolling because you're trying to get us to
U.S. Americans.
This has to be trolling. You don't believe this. TCU is a completely different team this year than they were last year. And you want to roll out with, hey, they went to Houston last year and won. Okay. The truth is that BYU is now screwed since James glazed them. This is very true. As a BYU fan, as a Utah fan, I truly appreciate James cursing BYU. Oh, Danhausen, bro. Danhausen. NFL is trying to protect their free farm league. If player payments keep going up and players who are 3rd round or later might stay in school longer to make more money, that would be good for the NFL. Players staying in school is good for the NFL. It brings them a more known commodity that's more ready and able to compete physically at the NFL level. They want players to stay in school longer. BYU has an experienced quarterback and the best running back in the conference. And no wide receivers. All right, cool. We have a great quarterback who has no wide receivers. Other than that,
He can really throw the ball to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, he can stroke the pig.
Yeah, just stroke the pig, That's what you need to be doing.
James, with all due respect, Your predictions are never right. We want pizza reviews and MDiv updates. We need a progress report on the intensive. Okay? We don't need BYU's the best team in the conference when they so clearly are not. But you do you. Oh, and Provo James pizza reviews.
Honestly, that's our stroking, guys.
Well, thanks to James and his KOD, BYU is now losing to Notre Dame and Utah, and Bear will have his pelt mounted on Freeman's wall. I do appreciate that you cursed BYU. Texas State James, Pac-12 picks.
Here we go. Here we go.
Texas State, Utah State, San Diego State will earn the third place pro rata they deserve. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They also want to get them an education so they don't go broke after their playing career is over. Did you guys hear the Floyd Mayweather Jr. story? Did you guys see this? God, I swear to all things anal. Floyd Mayweather accused of stealing $200,000 in check kiting case. He goes into a Las Vegas boutique and buys an Audemars Piguet watch for $200,000. And he wrote a check for it. The check bounced. And he has not made restitution or made it right. So Floyd Mayweather is being called a deadbeat who bounced a $200,000 check in 2024, allegedly. Do you think he's broke?
No, I don't. I would.
First of all,
that would be shocking.
And I'm just asking for a friend. Why are you? I'll never understand the $200,000 watch thing. I'm not super rich. I totally understand it. I'm just mid-level Monty. I'm never paying $200,000 for a watch.
No.
I'll never understand that. And I'm a watch guy. I'm not paying $200 for a watch. And if I had $200 for a watch, I'm not writing a check. I right now, sitting here, I could not tell you where my checkbook is. I don't know the last time I wrote a check. Legit, I don't know where my checkbook is. I mean, it's here somewhere. Who writes checks for $200,000?
Yeah, I don't have a checkbook, so I couldn't tell you.
So you don't think he's broke? You just think he...
I think he's playing games. I don't think he's broke. No.
I think he owes money. I don't know. That's wild. Dude is broke. Oh, kiss of death. KOD. Thank you. I thought that was Call of Duty with a K.
FTR KOD is kiss of death. See what he did there? So it's all the acronyms again.
All the acronyms. He's not broke, but he's rich broke. Exactly. I'd rather spend $200K on a really nice vacation than on a watch. Bro, what vacations?
Where are you spending 200 bands on a vacation, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 200 bands.
That's so much money, bro. That is like an egregious amount of money to be spending on anything outside of like real estate or whatever it might be. I mean, honestly, if you took $200,000, $200,000 can be grown into so much more money. That's the crazy part.
Start an OnlyFans channel.
Yeah.
Did you see their gross numbers came out the other day? Just guess what OnlyFans grossed in 2025.
A lot.
Billions.
How many billions?
10.
Okay, that's a ridiculous guess. 9.85 billion. Gross revenue for OnlyFans. I said $9.85 billion. That's more than the stupid ballroom at the White House costs. Green algae and stuff. Anyway, you're telling me that Floyd Mayweather can't afford a $200,000 watch? You got to be. Yeah, didn't he have $500 million a few years ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I let's see what it turns out to be. It's accusations at this point, so we can, we need to see what it actually is.
I hope he's not broke. I have a checkbook so used paid for repairs on the house. Okay. I like it. Gabriel, the corn industry is at an all-time high.
Facts.
What do you mean? Like ethanol?
No, he's saying corn.
I know what he. Big Blue Horses. Go Gators, baby. Oh, and they're going to spend $1 billion to upgrade BHG. Guess they will be SEC champs. Facilities, baby.
Win something before you upgrade your building.
I think that's James catching strays again. Could be wrong. Floyd is old as hell. Why is he still trying to flex money he has? I guarantee you that OF model makes more money than him. Could be. Could be. Easy. First class in nice hotels going around Europe for $200K. Oh, you could spend it. You could spend it. I had a lady yesterday.
So much.
I had a lady yesterday ask me what my ultimate vacation would be. And I said, me and my wife taking a train across Europe. Or my wife's on this kick about Viking cruises. I'll never get on a cruise ship. So she can get on the Viking cruise and I'll ride a bike next to the river and watch the ship float down the river.
Waves in opposition.
She'll get hantavirus, which she may have already based on what her intestines are doing. Or I'll breathe fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Look, I want this watch, but can you hang on to that check until Friday? That's when my Jake Paul money comes in. I wrote a check to my HOA because their website is ass. When is the last time you wrote a check? Did I write a check to move into this building?
Chick.
I can't think of the last time I actually scratched my doctor scribble on a check. Bro, I can't think of the last time I wrote a check. I honestly, I'm not even being a red ass. I don't remember it. Yeah, who even accepts checks anymore? And my question is, if you own a high-end boutique and Floyd Mayweather wants to write you a check for a $200,000 watch, you're saying yes? Did you call the bank to verify the funds?
No, because it's Floyd Mayweather. You assume he's got the money.
I guess. Floyd Mayweather may have a gambling debt here. Could be. Monty, come on now. I knew what I was. I don't watch corn. I don't. I think pornography is.
Everybody needs to get a life, bro.
Get a life. Steve Stepanek, I always ask for sugar-free syrup when I get pancakes.
Yeah, and they probably look at you sideways for it too.
Yeah, how's your health been lately, man? I know you used to battle health issues. The Natural. There's been a lot with Floyd recently. He tried to sue Showtime for $340 million. He was stupid enough to trust Al Heyman with his money. He also sued someone else recently and is coming back to fight. He's not coming back to fight, is he really? Come on. BYU Provo James. It's why Floyd is fighting Manny again. He's broke. Is he fighting Manny Pacquiao?
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah. Energy prices going to get worse and worse with all the data centers going in various states. So Jake sends me a message yesterday. So Jake is being catfished by a guy who wants to buy his house. Jake just got, you guys may know this, Jake just moved to Kansas City. He got married and he moved into his in-laws' basement.
We're going back to the freaking moon, that's why.
And Jake says some dude is trying to buy his house to build a data center and the guy is honeypotting him. Isn't that right, Jake?
No, that's not correct. I just sent you a story about a rando that this is happening to.
If anybody watching this show sells their house to somebody trying to build a data center, I will personally show up and kick you in the nuts. We don't need more data centers. Yeah, seriously.
Fuck off.
We do not need more data centers.
Suckmyass.com.
We just don't. This show is so far out of focus today.
Oh, well, man, Monty, I'm doing my pizza review video from the new data center on my land. Isn't this great?
Provo James.
Wow.
Just saying I'd rather travel with $200K than spend that much on a watch. I totally agree. Do you know what $200K in 6 weeks in Europe could do? Real damage. Real
A lot.
damage, right? And at the end of that trip, you're going to need to stroke some dudes.
Bro.
You got to get stroked. Honestly, that's our stroking guys.
That's how you pay your way back home from Europe.
You just have to start stroking guys.
You know, well, better, way better use of that type of money than material things. Yeah, make memories. I agree. I wouldn't be surprised if Floyd wants to fight one of the Paul brothers again. I totally agree. K-State is going to surprise everyone. You say that every year. I think you're going to be better.
Just because you say it every year doesn't mean the chances go up, dude.
Well, your percentages of hitting the jackpot certainly. If you just say it all the time, you're gonna be like, "See, I told you so."
Every time.
We won 3 games. I told you so. Well, you only won 3 games. What do you mean? Well, I told you we'd be better. Good point. Good point. Brandon Butler. I have to write checks every month to pay my mother's mortgage. The only reason I still have a checkbook at all. God, I haven't written a check in so long.
Yeah, I mean that's just outdated technology. That's like the NFL using email for the supplemental draft. Like, what are we doing, dude? What are we doing?
I think I'm going to give birth to something after the show. Publix sadly accepts checks. Who writes a grocery store check anymore? Oh, I mean, we've all bounced a check at one point in our life. Although you scumbag millennials probably never have you?
No. Nope.
Because you guys didn't write checks.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've bounced a check in my life, certainly. And you would be surprised how many customers still use checks. Really? Do you work at Publix? Did Jameis write a check for that crab he stole, allegedly? I'm just curious. Jerry Springer definitely wrote checks. He's dead. Be nice. You know. Jiffy popcorn 21 times a month. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, someone's got to hit their quota, right? I mean,
my wife says that that's a made-up stat.
No, it's not.
I have a whiteboard that hangs on the ceiling above our bed, and I just kind of mark it off. I have a big long stick with a Sharpie on it. I actually think I could. Anyway. Can you do something for me? I have a whiteboard on the ceiling above my bed, and I'm like, hey, it's the 17th. We're at 6. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we got to pick up the pace here, man.
You know, do I have to load the dishwasher? What's the story here? Never mind. Jake doesn't get that reference. I heard rumors they were going to fight again, but thought it was fake. I hope it's fake. Floyd is coming out of retirement to fight Pacquiao September 19th at the Sphere. Come on. 200K in Asia, and I would never be seen again.
Well, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Where's Greg Hawkins when you need him?
Seriously.
You know. Gabriel, speaking of money, I was surprised to see Conor McGregor on the late night show last night. What was he talking about? He's another guy that's blown through some bread. Rock and Rant. The Law and Order Party wants the death penalty for bounce checks. I'm sure they do. If you bounce a check now, I think it's almost, come
It's
on.
probably not a great look, dude.
Jake, have you and the wife planned a Buc-ee's day trip? Springfield, Missouri, 54,000 square feet of America.
No, dude, I didn't know that there was a Buc-ee's, mecca in Springfield. That's more of a James conversation.
Oh, you do work at Publix. Nice. Nice, dude. Good for you. Are you in the union? Hope you're in the unions. Who still uses checks in 2026? No clue.
A fair question.
I have a long stick, and it's a special ball. Monty in the same show. Yeah. The natural. McGregor is also back next month for a fight. No, he's not. Conor McGregor's fighting again?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I give up. I totally give up. If he can actually make it there, yeah. Seriously. James could spend $200K at Buc-ee's, no problem. Easy. Brisket sandwiches.
Sandwich.
Jakey, 2 boxes. About to get married at the Buc-ee's and be catered by Roller Grill. Yeah, fecal matter for everyone.
Roller Grill.
Ryan Duffy, Nike calls that gender reveal blue. Congrats.
Thanks, dude. That's great. Yeah, wow. Thank you.
Old people, if I'm being honest, they're the only ones that write checks. Right? Since they no longer teach cursive in schools now, is that true? We don't teach cursive writing?
The ink isn't dry yet.
Again, you guys know I'm studying for this real estate exam. So I have this pad. Like, it's actually right here. So I have this pad, bros. Like, do you ever just take notes and you're like, oh yeah, let me just take notes. Can't fucking read them. I mean, because my handwriting is so bad. Can't read the notes I'm taking. Good luck on that test, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Rock and rant. I could spend $200. It's $200K. I could spend $200 at Buc-ee's and be very happy. 4 sandwiches, beaver chips. I've heard you like those beaver chips. Some bottled water and a couple of shirts.
Notice. So here's the deal, dude.
You
just
buy
admitted to
clothes
being
at
a
Buc-ee's?
spot, dude. Like,
you buy clothes at Buc-ee's.
So wait, we went from hey dudes to now buying clothes at Buc-ee's, and you telling us that $200 will take you places at Buc-ee's. How often are you going to Buc-ee's, dude? I mean, is this like a daily occurrence for you on your route?
I'm telling you right now. It is what it is.
You notice, hey, when Floyd went in to rob those people of the watch, that's a $200,000 watch. A couple extra zeros
allegedly.
there, but not
allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah, this video was made with AI.
He's alleged to have done what he's alleged to have allegedly done.
And stuff.
Right. He's alleged to have kited a check.
Allegedly, nothing happened, whatever. He's accused. Okay, great.
Yeah, he said $200. I'm still stuck on the fact that your wardrobe is furnished by Buc-ee's. What kind of clothes do you buy at Buc-ee's, dude? Well, Monty.
Look at him. He just admitted that he goes once a week. So if you're admitting on the show you go once a week, you're probably once a day. Just knowing that you're not going to be honest with us. We know that.
How does Monty not have a remarkable tablet? I don't own a tablet. I don't have a tablet. I traded it in for a MacBook Pro. And is that a brand? Okay, now I have to look.
Now you got to look it up. Now we need.
What's a remarkable tablet? Oh, look at that! It's got a Buc-ee's logo on it. Oh, I know what you're talking. It's a tablet that you can write on and erase it. Because I don't need to. Bro, do you understand how to study for a test? I know you have your MDiv and stuff, but
no, dude, he doesn't know how to study for a test.
Dude, listen. I have this steno pad, right? Like, what do I have? What is eminent domain? What's the difference between eminent domain and condemnation? Right? Like, these are deep C. What is deep C? The bundle of rights. Disposition, enjoyment, exclusion, control, and possession. I don't need to erase that. I need to study it. So I can't. Anyway, I have a couple of watches that cost around $200, but $200K, no. I don't have Oprah money. Exactly.
Agreed.
Buc-ee's once a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're commenting that you go once a week, my guess is you probably go every day. That's my guess.
How do you, again, I'm still hung up on the clothes at Buc-ee's. What clothes do you buy at Buc-ee's, dude?
You buying some Wranglers?
Buc-ee's says a lot of shirts with their mascot on them. Plenty of tourists buy them. No. You're wearing, wait, you're rocking. Oh my God. I need more sleep then. I'm not rocking a Buc-ee's t-shirt. I'm not putting on, I'm fat enough. Do I need to be, oh, look at that fat, look at that fat guy in a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
Buc-ee's t-shirt with cargo shorts that are too long with high socks and Hey Dudes.
No, not Hey Dudes. Those Velcro sandals.
Oh yeah, Velcro sandals. My bad.
Come on, man. James over here with his Buc-ee's drip comment. Listen, sweetheart, how do you think I pulled this piece of ass over here? Buc-ee's.
Hey, player!
Jake moved to Kansas City right after Buc-ee's announced they're building a new place right next to the KC NASCAR track. Cause and effect?
Apparently.
Not a coincidence. Not a coinkydink. How's married life treating you, Jake?
That's great, dude. Just under the weather's been kind of gnar.
Weather in Seattle's been beautiful.
We're seemingly under tornado watch like every other day lately, which has been fun. But I mean, overall, it's great, dude. Yeah, it's nice. Really nice, actually.
Eminent domain versus the RICO Act. Okay.
Okay.
James and Japanese World Cup fans shop at Buc-ee's. Kindred spirits. Look up Buc-ee's t-shirts. It's a real thing. I'm not. No. I am putting zero energy into Buc-ee's t-shirts. I refuse. James Buc-ee 21 times a month for men's health reasons.
Yeah, he's got a doctor's note, dude,
So you're saying there's a dude sitting in the middle of the floor at Buc-ee's just yanking the chain.
Yeah, spank bank, dude.
Like Jake's like, hey, can I get some of that on this hot dog, please?
Juicy.
Getting the fashion purchased at the 7-Eleven in Maverick. Maverick doesn't even sell clothes.
No.
Is Buc-ee's one of these like Walmart Supercenter type places? Now I need to go into a Buc-ee's. I don't know. Jake, maybe you need to do a video on it. Oh my goodness. I just searched and the nearest Buc-ee's is in Daytona. I am in Orlando.
Okay, let me see what the closest one to me.
Where's there a Buc-ee's by me?
Yeah,
is there a Buc-ee's in Seattle? There can't be. First of all, it's never going to be better than Maverick. Let's see. Buc-ee's. No. It says the closest Buc-ee's to me is Denton, Texas.
Yeah, there's not a Buc-ee's anywhere near me, bro. This is a quick trip town.
Are you serious? The closest Buc-ee's to Seattle is Denton, Texas? That can't be right. That seems not
Closest
right.
Buc-ee's to me is 2.5 hours away in Springfield.
Okay. Yeah, it's Denton, Texas is the closest one to me.
I will not be partaking in the Buc-ee's life, but
Bro, you won't even take one for the team and drive to Springfield to get the video done.
No.
Okay.
I know, James, I know what you could do. You could serve the show and for once positively impact the show, and you could make a Buc-ee's video on your once a week trip and actually make it more than 7 seconds and make it engaging. How about that? That way I don't have to burn gallons of gas and hours of my life going to Springfield.
Marcus would like to know. Hey, Jake.
Here we go.
Are you making excuses about the tornadoes so that you don't have to get whatever is going on top of your head handled?
Nope. Nope.
Well, your hair is long.
It is, yeah. Just haven't had time to go see.
Are you just rocking it?
Yeah, I am. But
Jay Taffe ain't got no time for you.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I just haven't had time yet. That's all.
Oh, Marcus says, I'm regularly in Dallas for business. Buc-ee's is top tier.
Oh.
And he says you own a Buc-ee's t-shirt. I own a Buc-ee's t-shirt. Y'all need to get off of James and the brisket sandwich. It's actually pretty good. Okay. Who knew that? Okay, so am I missing out on Buc-ee's now? If Marcus owns a Buc-ee's t-shirt, maybe I'm just the one that doesn't get it.
Venice Parade.
There's a lot of videos from the European soccer fans visiting Buc-ee's for the first time. Okay. Jake, grow it while you got it. Yeah, because, I would be wearing a mohawk every single day if I were you. A faded mohawk. 74,000 square feet. Shut up.
Hold on.
Shut up.
Yo,
it is not 74,000 square feet.
No, just Google for me, please, just for me, really quick. Will you Google average size of Costco? Average square footage of a Costco.
Shut up. It is not.
There's no way that it's 74,000 square feet, bro.
The average square, so it's half the size of a Costco. The average Costco warehouse is 147,000 square feet.
Bro, man, dude, that's insane.
Buc-ee's is 74,000 square feet.
Bro,
that's outrageous.
That's an incredible number.
That's outrageous. No way. Marcus can't flex on Jake's hair while owning a Buc-ee's t-shirt. Word. Heard.
For once, Ryan, we agree, dude.
How long is the hair going to get? Why don't you just rock it, bro?
I have an appointment on Friday to get it cleaned up.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm just going to get it cleaned up. I'm not like cutting it down. I just need to get it organized a little bit.
How come you won't go back to the faux hawk fade? That was a great era of your life.
I don't know. Because I like the flow, dude. I like the flow a lot. I think it's good. It's, it works. I like it.
Is he going to shave your neck while you're there?
I don't know, dude. Are you going to get a Buc-ee's t-shirt?
No.
Well, there's your answer, right?
I'm just telling you now, I'm never rocking a Buc-ee's t-shirt. It's not happening.
No.
Nope.
No.
That's no bro code or any of that garbage, but I'm just not doing it.
You ought to know. You bought it.
The minute I put on a Buc-ee's t-shirt, I become BDM.
Yes.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
I will put on a Buc-ee's t-shirt and I guarantee you I will time warp into a Taco Bell. There's no way to avoid it. That's what Buc-ee's does to you. Yes. I'm only 372 miles from one. See you in 6 hours.
Yeah, bro.
And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Steve Stepanek, one of the first checks I ever bounced was to municipal court in Manhattan.
Bruh.
If you're going to bounce a check, the court's probably not the first place I would go. God damn, dude.
James just called you stupid, dude. Do you see this right here? At the bottom, second from the bottom, he just called you dumb.
Monty will never become BDM. He's much smarter. It's not very nice.
We don't take any shit.
So did you call BDM stupid or am I the stupid one? I feel like you might have called me stupid there. It's hurtful. I am no, it's fine. Gabriel, I have seen so many people at Publix recently wearing Buc-ee's t-shirt. I kid you not. And describe them. Describe them.
Just get a screenshot of it or something so we can actually see it.
Buddies, they're not writing checks. No, they're using snap cards.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
You put on a Buc-ee's t-shirt, dude. Your income, your net income, your net worth goes way down. I'm just telling you. I am just telling you. Have we heard the BDM meltdown yet? Okay, let me play the BDM meltdown.
Oh, we do have one. Okay, nice.
Okay. I need a nap. Timmy's having trouble working his phone. God damn. Just
you 4 inches of fun.
God damn it.
Hey, you 4 inches of fun.
Just so you can go to Pound Town.
Iconic intro to a video, dude. That's incredible.
I'm getting called out as small penis guy now.
Is that no good? Hey, you 4 inches of fun. It's not Victor's fault the Spurs lost.
Yes, it is.
All right? It's that no good, miserable toe rag, De'Aaron Fox's fault. Harper should have played a lot more. The solution's simple. Miles Turner for De'Aaron Fox. Straight up trade. How you like those apples?
Just call me a horse?
Because if the Spurs had Miles Turner, OG Anunoby, the guy that restored your reputation, you don't have the Skid Marks or Scoot Henderson anymore in your Monty Mr. Kangaroo underwear. Nope. He saved you.
I'm 53. I don't
But let
skid
me
mark
tell
my
you
underwear.
something, player. AJ the Baz is coming to the Jazz. So yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Okay. There you go. OG Anunoby. You know, Fox and Wemby will never win a championship together, in my opinion. I agree. What do you guys make of this Walker Kessler Jazz meltdown? Now, again, and you guys don't care about this. Walker Kessler is arguably the best rim running big man in the NBA when he's healthy. And he's not been healthy, and I don't know if that's tanking or legitimate, whatever. He's in line for a massive extension, and the Jazz don't want to pay him. And the LA Lakers do. And according to sources, and I texted Jake this before it broke nationally. Jake can attest to that. Walker Kessler wants out of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lakers, according to folks we talked to, are almost certainly the reason that Walker Kessler turned down an extension from the Jazz. And they are not close. They are not close in any way, shape, or form. And I think it is going to be very difficult for the Jazz to keep Walker Kessler on their roster. And I think it is going to hurt a lot when inevitably Walker Kessler ends up with the Lakers and they win a championship, because they're also, much to my dismay as a Laker, a casual observer of the LA Lakers, much to my dismay, they are going to re-sign LeBron James, it appears, which I am not a fan of.
Right.
I think it's time for the Lakers to move on from La Cap, La Dad, La Golfer, La Shambo. But the Jazz, I think the number that is out there was 140. And Walker Kessler was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm not interested. And they're not close. I am telling you. I understand that people are out there telling you that, hey, you know what? The Jazz and Kessler are talking extension. I am telling you they are not close. And it's because the Lakers have told Walker Kessler that they're willing to go well above the $30 million a year that the Jazz will not exceed. And I think he's worth it. If you can replace Walker Kessler, or if you can replace DeAndre Ayton with Walker Kessler, who can, actually catch a basketball and block shots and rebound and rim run, the Lakers instantly become a championship contender and a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a no-brainer if you are the LA Lakers to go and get Walker Kessler?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's hard to say just how high his value goes. I mean, I wouldn't pay Walker 35 a year. I think there's a really fine line there. He feels like he feels like a 28 to $30 million a year guy. That like he is
How
really
much
good.
to the Lakers though? How much is he worth to the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, it depends how bad you want him. I mean, I think the Lakers can make a strong case. DeAndre Ayton cost them games this past season.
175 million? Because
Yeah.
that's the number I'm hearing that the Lakers are willing to pay Walker Kessler.
I guess it depends on the years, right? But like if you did
5-year deal.
175 and 5 is, what is that, 35 a year? Yeah, I mean, I think there's always if you're the Lakers, you're always trying to you want to get your guy, but you want to spend the least amount of possible to do it. So, I mean, if you're what's 32 and 5, 160 feels like a reasonable number to me as well. But 140 is 28. So, I mean, if you're Walker Kessler and you don't want to play for 28 a year with the Jazz, I understand that. I get that. But I also think you're not a $35 million a year player. So if the Lakers are willing to pay that, great. That's great. If the Lakers have said and they're willing to go that far with it, then you have to take that money. And obviously being a Laker is better than being a Jazz, in my opinion. But we'll see. I maintain that that he has been on the trade block multiple times over the last several seasons, and they haven't done anything with him. And
you did it again by not extending him last summer.
Yeah.
Huge mistake.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that ultimately the Jazz are a cheap organization. We've said this for years, and it's proven itself time and time again, right? You had to do the marketing extension. You didn't really have a choice. What were you going to give him up and just let him walk? Of course not. So you had to get that done. And now we're looking at the draft and we're saying, okay, well, now you're going to go and get AJ DeBansa at number 2, because I don't buy the hype around they're trying to decide. They're on AJ if he's there, which it appears that he will be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like there's a huge fit for Walker on this team when you've got Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, so you're not really giving at 28 a year from the Jazz, you're not really giving him a lot of reasons to want to stay. You're not really, he's been put in a position where he's the number 2 to Jaren Jackson Jr., which I hate.
I am telling you right now, Walker Kessler, and people forget because he essentially didn't play this last year. People forget how good he is. And my biggest question is, can you afford LeBronto, Le Golfer, Le Cap, Le Dad, Le Oldest F,
Le Flag Bearer?
Can you afford LeBron, Kessler, and Austin Reeves? Because it's not negotiable. You have to re-sign Austin Reeves. They have the money. They don't have the cap space. And is it going to cost you Rui? Is it going to cost you, who on that roster are you willing to give up to get Walker Kessler? Because it cannot be LeBron, Kessler, and Luka. That ain't happening.
Nope.
That is a match made in hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that, like, I don't know that I would try to re-sign LeBron. They allegedly are, but I actually really like Luka, Austin Reeves, and Walker Kessler together. I think that could be really solid. Especially if you've got Rui standing in the corner, or you go out and get a 6-man kind of guy that's a 1-year contract every year kind of guy. Like, there are ways to manipulate and build this roster, but you got to remember as well, Dodger ownership is also involved in this now. So this isn't just about what, Rob Pelinka thinks or what he wants to do. There's more people in the kitchen now. So I think that there is a dynamic at play here where the Lakers, obviously the Lakers want to win, but they need to figure out what their formula is moving forward. And if LeBron, like how many more seasons LeBron is going to play, that they need to know that.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to find a guy that's a 7-footer. And what is Kessler? 7'2"? To find a guy that's a 7-footer who is top 3 defensive players in the NBA, arguably the best shot blocker in the NBA. Again, a rim running machine. I just don't know how you haven't extended him yet. And it's because, you know, you want that flexibility and you made the Jaren Jackson trade. I get that. But Darren Peterson won't work out for you.
No.
And the Utah media is spinning that into, oh, well, they already saw him and they know what he won't come to Utah and work out. And he wants to go to Washington or Memphis, allegedly. How do you not make a deal to try and get AJ DeBanza? I don't know. That it is going to be. It is really stupid if you allow him to go to restricted free agency. Because you're going to and find out with Walker Kessler, just like you did with Gordon Hayward.
Agreed.
F around and find out.
And I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but odds are it will. We all know that. So.
Odds are it will.
Yeah.
Odds are it will.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong. But the real question for me is what happens with Austin Reeves. Because if you can get Luka, Reeves, and Kessler, I agree, is a home run. LeBron is the third option. Great. But are you paying LeBron the money he's going to have to make, probably $50 million to be a third option? And if you do, does that make you a title contender? Probably not. Probably not.
I also think Luka needs to stay healthy, though, too. Like, him getting hurt when he did is terrible.
I would agree with that. We can't sign LeBron to a normal contract anymore. If Pelinka gives LeBron the max, that tells me he isn't focused on winning. Well, Pelinka's on the clock. We have new ownership in LA. They want to make it a Laker-Dodger town. To do that, you're going to have to win a championship. James needs to take a huge pay cut. Totally agree. But I don't know that he will. Oh, James, we were just talking about how much money you make, James. Where are you going? He says, I have to go. Have a great day. You know, if you are the Dodgers owner, I don't think they want LeBron over there anymore. It's time to invest around Luka and make it Luka's team. Don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, the leverage Walker has is he knows that Jazz need to pay Keontae. If he wants to get out of Utah, have his reps find a trade. And the Lakers are happy to do it. And I would say if you can get Rui Hachimura back in that deal, why would you not do that?
I don't know. I have no idea. He would fit in nicely.
You're a Western Conference contender at that point. I mean, I'm telling you, the guy can shoot the three and he defends very well. So there's flexibility here. And I will again, and I want it known. FTR, it's on YouTube. Go back and check.
It's on the record.
Walker Kessler is done in Utah. And I've been telling you he will not. I'm certain I've said it multiple times. He won't sign an extension here. Unfortunately, because I love the dude. I do. So, my goodness, did we really have to give Ayton a player option? Dude.
So stupid.
He's awful. Awful. What'd you say now? Back in the 80s, it cost me $5 to pay for the bounce check. That's it? That's all. Trojan Panda. Newsflash, hire Danny Ainge as the Lakers GM. I believe he's already the Lakers GM. At least Jazz fans used to say that all the time, remember?
Yes.
They used to say that all the time. All right, I'm going to go offload. You guys have yourself a great day. The Monty Show, as always, presented by The Advocates at theadvocates.com. A pleasure to see you. We will be back tomorrow. And then don't forget, we're off Friday and Monday. We'll be back next Tuesday. So one more show tomorrow. If you get in an accident, remember it's 100 deadliest days on the roads. If you get in an accident, get to the advocates. They're ready to serve you, but you got to slow down. Watch for the kids, watch for the scooters, watch for the bikes, eliminate the distractions. But if the worst happens, get the best at theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.